Welcome back to Final Fantasy Friday. I am your host, Alex, also known as Solanus Dracone, and we are beginning Final Fantasy VI, finally. You, have sat through Final Fantasy IV with me, and I'm not gonna call this Final Fantasy VI because, honestly, all my favorite danks have been taken out. Also, a new feature on Final Fantasy Friday is sidebars! A little bit of art to fill in that dead space on the right and left-hand side of the screen. Wonderfully provided for me by Rambler81. Thank you, Rambler. He's not here right now. Let's dive the fudge right in. The ancient war of the Magi. When its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of a world remained. Even the power of magic was lost. In the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder, and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. Yet there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past, and use its dread power as a means by which to conquer all the world. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? I think they could be. Of course, this is the PC version, adapted from the mobile version. Lots of people are just winging hate upon hate for the art style, and I'm thinking here, why? It's cute. It's adorable. Look at the magic. Look at Biggs and Wedge in the Magitech armor, and Terra. It looks right for this game, I think. There's the city. Hard to believe an Esper's been found frozen there 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Bah! Probably just another wild goose chase. I don't know. They wouldn't have let us use her unless they were confident that the information was good. Ah yes, our witch. I hear she fried 50 of our Magitech armored soldiers in 3 minutes. Kinda makes your skin crawl, don't it? Relax, with that thing on her head, she's a mindless puppet. The girl won't even breathe unless we tell her to. We'll approach from the east. Move out. I mean, I get it. The stylization could be done in a different way. It could have been done a little bit more reminiscent of what we remember as kids. But I'll be honest, I really don't care to have the 16-bit stuff again. I think that the graphics in this game are cute. And this game is cute. Okay, it's a very serious, very deep story-having game, absolutely. Best of my childhood, I'm going to say this right now, Final Fantasy VI, hands down my favorite RPG of all time. End of story. But if I had had this kind of graphics back then, I would have been freaking tickled pink. So I don't get why all the hate. I'm sure there's just people who, a lot of people out there just think, oh, well, I would have liked it this way, so nothing you have done is any good anymore. So, screw you, fuck you, I didn't get what I hoped for. Well, you got better than you would have gotten if they didn't do anything, so stop complaining. Anyways, there's my rant over. Let's enjoy the walk to Narshe. Also, interestingly, one of the few games I've ever known where they give you a credits roll at the beginning. Magitech armor was always so fucking cool. We've got the cliffs of Narshe rising above us. That's another thing they did in this game, is the stuff that's rising in the background is flipping uber. in comparison to the way it used to be. You'd maybe get like a little crawl of cliffs before. Now we've got, mountainous backgrounds there. And it's going to be even more apparent on the approach to Vector when we get to that part of the game. Okay, this walk is a little bit more boring without music. Alright, we're there. The girl takes point, and don't waste time on the riffraff. Remember what we're here for. Let's move. And you're in it. So, right now the girl is just known as Question Mark Girl. I'm going to see if I can adjust the party a little bit. Terra she kind of belongs in the back of the party as a ranged character. And of course you can move them about if you wish. I'm okay with having her up top. So the first part of the game starts you out as you start in, Symphony of the Night, overpowered and uber. Optionally, you could go to the right and encounter some enemies here. Let's give it a go. The Empire's got no business here! And already we start in the Magitech armor. Now, any character using Magitech armor is going to have things like Fire Beam, Thunder Beam, Ice Beam, and Healing Force. And they're all pretty powerful. But Terra has a whole different set of abilities. And I'll display some of those as we go through. Alright, that dude fucked off. Should probably take a look at some of our config options here. Seems fine. I'll stick it with weight because, it's just my speed. Battle speed I'll go nice and quick on. Battle messages will bring up just a little bit. ATB gauge I want on. I think that's nice. Battle window, yeah, that's fine. Cursor, I don't care for cursor position. And window pattern, ugh. No. Back to the regular. We'll go all natural here. Okay. So we got rid of the dog, which, heroic us. Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Narshe is safe anymore. Oh, you guys have a go. So Terra's got extra things. She's got Bioblast, Confuser, Banisher, and Magitech Missile. I'll show off the Banisher and such, just kind of showcase some of her abilities in Magitech armor because there's only one other part of the game that you actually see that. And I kind of like the way that the active time battle gauge works. Sorry, I had to pause there. Because, that's how it looked and how it worked on the phones there. And it's just nice to see the stuff rising up. It gives you a sense of, okay, we're almost there. Alright, so Banisher obviously fucked him up. We'll do Confuser. It's not a great idea to stand around taking hits. But that confused him, so he's going to attack himself. Which that invariably causes confusion to end. Magitech Missile, you'll be seeing plenty of that, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish this fight off. Biggs and Wedge gaining levels like it matters. Oop, they're on us now. For Narshe! Send your dogs! Alright, so let's just show off the Fire Beam and the Ice Beam, because we did a couple of Thunder Beams already. A little bit of red. A little bit of blue, or white. Pretty. And of course, in Magitech armor, you can pretty well just mow through enemies like nobody's business, so there's literally no tactics involved here. I remember I used BlueStacks to try and emulate this on my computer when it was the Android version, because I, quote, paid, end quote, for the Android version. Actually, I got my money for the Android version from the Google Opinion Rewards. It's just, what else was I going to spend the money on? And I decided to buy Final Fantasy VI, and I thought, this is the version I'm going to record for my channel. This is the one that I wanted. Unfortunately, they take out my favoriteest dank in the world. Vanishing Doom, I might as well tell everybody about it. Anybody who played original Final Fantasy III on SNES, at least as it was in the States, might or might not have known about a little trick where if you cast Vanish upon an enemy, which makes them invisible, that also made them 100% vulnerable to any form of magic attack, and that included the death spell. So this encompassed bosses as well as regular enemies. Incredibly hard bosses that you had to fight the hell through and learn their tactics, and probably it was best you didn't approach them until you got your shit together. You could just put Vanish on them, then cast Doom, and boom, they were done. End of story. Fantastic dank. One of the things that I live for, and they took it out. I'm not sure if they did on the PlayStation version, which, hell no, I'm not playing that on this channel. But definitely it was taken out in the FF6 Advance version. Alright, now we got a big-ass crew to face, and this is a job for Terra. Tella, fuck that guy. Alright, so Bioblast, go. Bioblast is a neat trick. Just drops every single one of those bastards. And I think that's the end of the scripted battles before I enter the mines. Yep. According to our source, they unearthed the frozen Esper in a new mine shaft they were digging. This must be it. God, I am going to have so much fucking work to do with the voices in this game. Like 12 characters, I think. Yeah, 12 characters that are playable, and then there's just the myriad others that you can't play. So I'm just gonna hunt around real quick for a, just try to instigate a fight between just some of the random encounter mooks in this area here. I don't believe I need to save. Well, I'll just save anyways. A strange light fills the air. Do you want to learn about save points? Nah, I'm good. I'll go ahead and save. Screw it. Of course, this game does include the quick save feature. What the fuck? Okay. I forgot. Alright, so this game does include the quick save feature, which means that if you happen to screw up, then they'll at least revive you at your last point. Oh my god, are you seriously taking this time to teach me about combat? I'm just gonna do a quick round of Healing Force, which is a very good heal. Blah. And it's, you know, you should be healing. By this point, you'd be surprised how much you can lose. I'm wondering if Bioblast heals. Yeah, it does. Bioblast heals the rats, so don't use that. They seem to have a either a poison on them already, or just, you know, Bioblast actually did poison them at least, because they are losing health by themselves. I think it's beautiful what they did with the game, really. Everything looks so much more like itself. Alright, time to begin the boss fight. I'll handle this, stand back. Oh, Biggs. Yuso, man. Boom. Fuck that shit up. Time for... We're not handing over the Esper. Ymir, get them! Oh, Ymir's here? Where's Krista? Obvious joke. Hold it! This thing's a... They must have trained it to guard the mines. What are you talking about? You know what this is? Ever heard of a lightning whelk? It's a monster that absorbs lightning and stores the energy in its shell. Right. So whatever you do, don't attack the shell. Got it. Oh yeah, not gonna attack the shell, alright. This is where we're just gonna burn up some Magitech missiles, really. And it doesn't matter if you use thunder beams or fire beams or ice beams on the head, it just don't matter. Just don't attack the flipping shell. Now, yeah, as soon as it says Grok, you want to just kind of chill out for a minute, maybe take a round of healing. Actually responds really well on the PC version, the menus. I don't have to wait for any menu lag like I did in Final Fantasy IV. So he's coming back already. Another Magitech missile to the face. Thunderbeam actually seems to do more damage than either of the others. This is not a tense fight. As long as you're doing it right, then you can just chillax your way through it. Of course, you can heal other people if you want to, that's not a problem. And just wait for him to come back. There we go. He's out. Alright, let me check out Ice Beam on him, just in case. Oh, even better. And the battle is won. Bit of a stereo effect on that death scene there. And so that's the first boss. Mini-ish boss. Oh, screw you guys. Okay, see that you might be wondering why that enemy took a second longer than the other to die. That's because that particular enemy will usually try to fling a monkey wrench at you as his last act. And I don't know what the trigger for it is, but you know, it's just a fun little thing to note is that usually that guy will throw a wrench in your face right before he perishes. So, this is the Frozen Esper? Vali Garmanda. Used to be called Tritok. This thing's giving me the creeps. Something's not right. Tinkle, tinkle. Girl is all ... Frozen creature begins emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Wah! What was that? Wedge? Wedge, where are you? Hey! What's going on? Biggs and Wedge erased from existence. Probably to turn up in Gordia Kingdom. Norstein Beckler's Tent of Horrors. I'm convinced that's where they end up. Okay, well, that was fucked. And now we hear Terra's theme. At this point, we are in control of the character. We can go wherever the hell we want. And there is actually 8-direction diagonal control on this. It's a little wonky. I just wanted to go check the clock to get the elixir before I went on. Always check clocks. Maybe not 100% of them will have elixir, but many of them will. And of course, exclamation point means, hey! Where am I? My, and I just removed the crown. My head hurts. Easy there. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. It was robbing you of your thoughts, making it so you do whatever they told you. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it'll all come back to you. In time, that is. ... A mysterious young woman born with the gift of magic and enslaved by the Gestalian Empire. And we get to name her if we want. I'm okay with Terra. I mean, I know her name's Tina in Japan, but I'm not that weeb. My name is Terra. Impressive. I've never heard of anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. Ooh, the guards. And their dogs. Open up! We're here for the Magitech armor pilot. Open this door right now and hand over that girl. She's an agent of the Empire. Empire? Magitech armor? There's no time to explain. You need to get out of here. These fools aren't gonna listen to reason. I don't know why I'm making him sound like Maxwell Smart. This way, quickly! Alright, follow the bro out. We got what we needed. Make your way out of town through the mines. I'll try to buy you some time. Alright. Escape Narshe through the mine, Koopa. Great, I found the help button. Doesn't seem to... Yeah, they took away auto sprint, which they didn't even have it in the original game either, so, you know, no big deal. Normal walking speed. Up there! Up yours. So they've spotted me. Head on into the mine. It's probably a good idea to save here. Again, not too worried about it because there is a quick save feature. Except I need to remember to back out with the circle button on my controller here because I don't want to have to deal with the bullshit of going back to the title screen every flipping time. And so now it's regular. Yep, L and R indicate full party. Great. Let's cast some fire. Good times. Alright. Now, there are some areas in the game where you will actually want to skip getting the treasure chests, because coming there later in the game can get you better treasures. This is not one of those places, but I will indicate them as I go through as best as I can remember them. And we're doing pretty good with just our magic to support us here. Sleeping bag is a good thing. It's basically a tent for one. If you go this way, you see that little kind of boarded up door over there. That is actually the entrance, or the back entrance to the Moogle Cave. But we can't go in there at the moment. Okay, it's just single R to run. You don't have to do L and R. I'm pretty capable of mowing through these guys as it is right now. Final Fantasy VI is one of those games, actually, where I will try my best not to level up as much as possible, at least during the early stages of the game, and there'll be more information about that later as Magistite starts to become a thing. There she is! Boom. Fall down, go boom. Doesn't seem like... Oh, there we go. There's a little swirly. There's the swirly. Okay. My sweet little magic user. Whee! With the slave crown, you'll be all mine. You knew I was going to use the Kefka voice. Gonna go big on this guy. It's like one of the greatest video game villains of all time. If you're big into Kefka, you should check out the cosplay done at Janicon. All you have to do is type Janicon Kefka into YouTube. Whee! Good! Burn them all to a crisp! I don't do as good a job as CJ does. And I don't mean CJ, my roommate. I mean CJ, the cosplayer. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Soldiers of the Empire, we stand at the dawn of a new age. The lost power of magic has returned to us. We are the chosen ones. The time for us to claim our rightful dominion over the world has come. Nothing shall stand in our way. Hurrah, long live Emperor Gaston! Look at Leo and Kefka and Celeste in the background there, hiling. Heil! Heil. Oh, it's terrible. Racial genocide is occurring. Meanwhile, back in Arvis's house... Took you long enough. Busy with all the robbing and plundering, I presume. Ooh, what am I gonna do for Locke's voice? Oh my god. Treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler searching the world over for relics of the past. Let's see how I'm gonna do Locke here. Confirm. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Ha! Semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. Anyway, is there something you need me to do? There is indeed. I met the girl. You don't mean... The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. This city has the strength to stand up to the Empire, but it won't use it. The people are just too stubbornly independent to join an underground resistance group like the Returners. I tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. Alright, so you want me to go get her out of Narshe? That would be the idea. Make your way to the Figaro for the time being. Make your way to Figaro for the time being. I'm in great shape tonight. Alright, so here is where we begin one of the set pieces where you kind of have to strategically position troops. The Narshe guard is going to come on in here with his band of flipping monsters. Now we've got her! Yep, here they come. Wonderful, there's a whole bunch of them. Kupo! Moguls, are you saying you want to help? Kupo! And here come Mog to explain what up. Use us to protect Terra from the guards. Would you like an explanation? No! Alright, so here's how this works. My favorite way of doing it is there are 3 positions that are conducive to a good party. Okay, this is a problem, because I've forgotten... There we go, alright. 3 positions that are conducive to the defense. Now, one of the things I do is... yep, this is the party with Mog in it. And Mog is the only one who you can actually access his gear at the moment. I'm going to leave him armed, but I suppose you could call it a little bit of a dank. This is a good spot to remove his equipment if you want to have it. And it's actually pretty good equipment as far as all things considered. And the Moogles are actually fairly well armed, but it's not unheard of for this place to kill some Moogles here. This place is rough. Take out the Megalodoth as soon as possible, because Snowstorm is a flipping beast. Trouble is, you really don't have much in the way of supplies here to survive a lot of onslaught, so it is actually a touch difficult. I'm going to switch to Locke's position just so I can kind of measure where everybody's going. That's good blocking right there, son. Ah, fucking Snowstorm. Ugh. Yeah, look, Snowstorm took off like a third of my flipping health. And I'm only starting to get a few potions here, so it's a little dangerous. It's a little bit dangerous. Now, while Locke is one of my favorite characters in the game, just from a lore perspective, he is pretty fucking useless at this point in the game, so... yeah, you're not going to be stocking Locke in your party all that much if you're playing a strategic game. Now, just a moment to discuss Mog's special thing, because everybody in this game has a special thing that they do. Mog's special thing is the dance. If you fight with Mog in your party in any one of the 8 different types of zones you could be fighting in, and by zone I mean the actual battle screen that you're on, he can learn 8 different dances, so he mastered a new dance, which I believe is the Dusk Requiem. We'll find out shortly. Mog's dances can be insanely powerful. They can clear screens. So, now that Mog has a dance move, yep, Twilight Requiem, he can do shit like this. Fucking 814 attack. And you don't see him for, like, practically a third of the game after this. So as you can see, it's, I got a pretty decent spread. Like I said, I've got people positioned in such a way that none can really penetrate through without running into opposition. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and send Mog's party in there because I think Mog's party is the best equipped to handle it. And I've got enough potions to... yeah, I can probably make it. I'm gonna go ahead and de-equip Mog right now because he really doesn't honestly need his weapons for this fight. I think it's the most sensible choice to fight the commander here with the with this party. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now he's got 2 silver Lobos with him. It makes no sense to do anything but dance with Mog. And I am gonna go ahead and take out his little poochies there first. This actually, later on in the game when you get Gao, this is actually one of the better things you can get, actually. Haha! Fucking serious, I just sucked him into a hole in the ground. Oh, that's fucking rich. Oh, awesome. Okay, I knew this was the right one. So yeah, that commander guy there is actually one of the best ones you can get for Gao, because he has a really powerful Wind Slicer attack that, you know, if Gao uses it, fuck the other party. Anyhow, thanks Moogles, we're in your debt. Alright, Locke apparently has sprint shoes on. This switch oughta. There you go. Ingenuity. Eh, you back with us now? You saved me? Save your thanks for the Moogles. Ugh, I can't even remember a thing. It's like my mind's trapped in a fog. You lost your memory? A man said it would come back, eventually. So you've got amnesia. Amnesia. Don't worry, I won't leave your side until your memory returns. Make a mental note. Locke has a thing about amnesia girls. Huh? I'm not gonna up and abandon someone just because they lost their memory. I'll keep you safe, I promise. Okay, Locke, calm down. Alright, and so this is the point where you can actually leave town. It might be a good idea to come up here. This is a school for the beginning adventurer. Despite all of our recent advances in technology, the outside world remains full of monsters we know little about. Here we provide advice to travelers brave enough to face its many dangers. Thank you, sir. It's actually a handy spot to drop off and have a drink from the refresher fountain, which indeed results in us having a full life bar. And now let's step out into the outside world. And yep, here we are. So let's see. L1 expands and contracts the map. Okay, that's cool. The triggers don't do anything. Okay, yeah, that's good. This is actually a nice size for the map. That's even bigger. I'm just gonna go back to regular size for right now. And I think that's probably good enough. I think that is enough just for the first episode to get us into things to begin this wonderful game. So I want to remind everybody to please leave a like and subscribe to my video. Once again, my name is Alex, also known as Solanus Dracon, and this has been Final Fantasy VI. Thank you very much, and good night.